Hello again, YouTube. It's Skylar. Welcome back to my face. Today's video, I'm going to shift gears a little bit and talk a little bit more warm-hearted about why being transgender is awesome and the great things about being transgender. Now, I've heard a lot from my international audience about how in some countries where they reside, the laws can be really discriminatory, and I wanted to make this video today to sort of help improve everyone's mood and make everyone feel a lot better about who they are. So, when we look to Native American culture, transgender people for thousands of years have been referred to as two-spirit people. And in Native American culture, they were actually highly revered, many of whom went on to become chieftains of their tribe because of their inner knowledge of both genders and their ability to resolve conflicts. It was also beneficial to have someone who could do both particulars of genders when it came to roles in today's society of industrialization. Many of the particularly noticeable aspects of being transgender probably have been forgotten because we have so many technological advances that it may not seem so obvious now as it did back then. But just know that your being transgender has existed for thousands and millions of years, and natural selection and evolution have done their part in making sure that you're the best person that you are, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You are a perfect person, just the way you are, just as being transgender. Now, it's really important to point out that in American society, it's not as in other nations where it can be so hostile that people are frequently harmed, especially by the governments themselves. So what I wanted to do is show everybody why being transgender is great. Being transgender is a good thing, and it's good for everybody. Now, would we want to live in a society where every single person conform to the exact same set of standards in a zero-sum game, race to the top? I don't think so. I think that overall diversity within a society is what allows it to flourish and prosper. And sometimes that involves deviating from what's considered the normal standard, the status quo. Now, there's a lot of biological factors that sort of explain why someone is transgender, but in a society, being transgender has a lot of distinct advantages when you factor out all of the negativity and hatred. A lot of that includes, as with the two-spirit people of the Native American culture, being able to see both sides of gender from a unique perspective and having that understanding within a culture of knowing what it means to be both male and female. And I think that's something that's really special that not a lot of people get to fully understand. And I think that's really awesome. Another good aspect of being transgender is that you can see the world in a different way. You can see the world in a unique perspective. So a lot of great people who have invented and done great things only were able to do those things because they saw the world from a different angle, a different perspective. And if they had simply had conformed to reality of everyone else in society and did everything the exact same way, innovation would have been completely stifled. There would have been no inventors, there would have been no breakthrough, there would have been no one breaking the mold. And I think that's really important. And just because we don't see the obvious immediate effects of the positive aspects of someone being transgender doesn't mean that we should dismiss it all entirely. Because as the Native Americans found out over many generations, a large part of their cultural development resided from these two-spirit people, these transgender individuals. And they, in large part, allowed these cultures and societies to flourish and prosper. Now, when you shut down, when you repress, when you suppress certain people in a society because they're different, you're suppressing all of them. LGBT rights are not just for LGBT people. When one group of people in our society are discriminated against, we all are. We all are. And it's not just LGBT rights for LGBT people. It's LGBT rights for everyone. Equality for all. Not just those that exist in these super minorities. Now, I can understand for a lot of my audience that happen to reside in these foreign nations who have very draconian laws on gender identity. It can be extremely frustrating, difficult, and scary to realize that there are actors in this world who seek to do you harm based on who you are. And I wanted to make this video today particularly for that audience, in that reassuring them that we're all in this together. We are all on this same ball of mud and water and dirt called Earth. And borders are just lines on a map. And while it may seem bleak in some areas, in some places, especially I know for a lot of my audience that live in places like Singapore and India and the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, it can be really hard. It can be really hard to be transgender, and I totally have sympathy for those people, those people that have to endure so much just to be who they are. And I just wanted to make this video to let you know that you are not alone, that we're all in this together, and it will get better. It is getting better. We're all working towards making it better. I may be an American transgender girl, but I speak upon the entire population of Earth. I speak for all people to have equality and justice. So while you may find that you have to hide your identity for survival purposes, and that may be really depressing, just know that we are all fighting towards that. We are all fighting towards making the world a better place and having equality everywhere, not just in America, not just in Canada. All countries deserve equality and justice for all LGBT people, for all minorities, for all groups. So if you get to a point where you feel like you can't take it anymore, it's too much to handle, and you live in one of these countries where the government itself encourages that sort of self-defeating mentality, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. It's going to get better. We're all working towards making this world a better place. and you're not alone. So, I hope that was reassuring and encouraging for you. You are all special people. You all have your own unique identity, and everyone on earth deserves to have the same rights as everyone else. So, keep that in mind. If you know someone that may be struggling with their gender identity, send them this video. Just reassure them that it's okay. It's going to be okay. So with that said, I hope until the next video that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay positive, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.